everybody, and welcome back to the Girly Girl Bookworm. So today I have a weekly wrap-up for you because I had a phenomenal reading week for the most part so as you saw, I was kind of, in my last wrap-up, I was like starting this like binge reading thing to like get myself back into reading. Like I read a book Friday to finish my book Friday, and then I read like a book Saturday, and I was like on a roll. Big roll. And then we were house sitting this week. We were supposed to house sit Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday night, and then Tuesday Patrick's family was supposed to be home. Connecticut got hit by a big storm. We got, I don't even know how many inches of snow. It was insane. So his mom had to change her flight to Thursday. So we were there. So Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, and then Wednesday night. So last night, which was Thursday, was our first night like back home, which is crazy. But like, so when we were there, like we ended up getting snow dayed for 2 days. So Tuesday was the day of the big, huge storm. But because it was so big, it carried into Wednesday. So we had back-to-back snow days, which was really nice that like we both had off. We both got work off. Which is interesting because we work in two completely different areas of the state. We teach in two different areas of the state, so it's really nice when like our kids both have snow days on the same days. Versus like there's like a day where like we had a delay and I didn't have the delay, he did, or vice versa, or he had a snow day, I didn't. So it's nice when like our days off like match like that. So we both had the 2 days off. I was actually, on Wednesday, I was able to see my wedding dress. It came in the mail, so not in the mail, but like it came to the bridal store, and I was able, like, the snow was just enough that like it put school off, but like I was still able to like go to the store to get my wedding dress that night. So it's like so soon. It's going to be we're almost at the 4-month marker, so it's so exciting and crazy. But yeah, back to why I was talking about snow days is the fact that I was on such a big reading kick. Like I brought like 5 books with me. I came back Monday and there was a package in the mail, but like I literally read almost every book that I brought. I just didn't read one because I ended up getting a different book in the mail. So I ended up reading 4 books since you last saw me, which is so great for me because of the fact that I have not been reading. So this was such a nice week to just like get back into it, and just I feel so motivated now. So enough rambling. The first book that I read was Recreated by Colleen Houck. This has been on my shelf for a while. I pre-ordered it. I got it back in August, and I just haven't had the feeling or the urge to pick it up. This is the sequel to Reawakened, which is her like Egyptian trilogy. I love her Tiger's Curse series, but for some reason, I don't connect with these books in this Egyptian series whatsoever. So I feel like it was just like sitting on my shelf, and I was feeling like, oh my god, like I don't even really remember what the last one was about. Should I reread that one before I read this one? And I just decided, enough staring at it, it's time to like pick it up and just try. And it was really great because I felt like I was still like immersed in the story without rereading. I didn't feel like I was like forgetting anything or if I needed anything, but I still gave this book 3 stars because I just felt like with this series, I feel like there's a lot of like knowledge dump, because this is about a girl, I almost said Kelsey, but that's from Tiger's Curse, Lily, and in the first book, she like awakens like this Egyptian like person who's like only awakened every 1,000 years to like save the world with him and his brothers. So she has to go and like try to help him. So it's very Egyptian based, and I feel like because she's not as knowledgeable, they try to like knowledge dump everything on her, and I just feel like I just don't care. I just want the adventure, because when the adventure is happening, I'm really into it. But when it's knowledge dumping, I can't. Luckily, there's only 1 more book in this series, so I feel like I will buy it because I have the first 2, and they'll look really, really nice together because they are phenomenal covers. They are absolutely gorgeous. And if I read the first 2, I might as well read the 3rd one, see if it'll pick up. But I just want to warn you, if you don't like love triangles, don't read this book because it has something even worse than a love triangle. It's like a love hexagon, I feel like. It is like insane. So that I really don't care for. But I feel like I love her writing. If she wasn't so knowledge jumpy in this one, like I feel like I would love it if she just stuck to the adventure. I really still want to reread the Tiger's Curse series, and I still love her as a person. And you could love one series and not love another by the same author, so I'm not, like, downing her at all. But 3 stars for me. Or did I end up, actually, you know what? I think I actually gave that one 2 stars. Sorry. And then I picked up How to Love by Katie Cotugno. This book was interesting. Like, I bought this book in a bargain bin in Books A Million in Florida. This follows a girl, and it goes before and after. She ends up getting pregnant at a very young age, and we know that the guy kind of took off like right away. And so it alternates between, like, before, like, that, like, before she gets pregnant and then the after when the baby's now 2 years old and the father has kind of come back into her life and how it goes about. There is a little bit of a love triangle in this one, and I honestly could not stand the father in this. I did not like his personality. I thought he was, like, an awful person, and I just did not like him at all. So I feel like because of that, I was like kind of like, I don't know, scorn towards him. I did not like him, and so anything that was like the character was like kind of thinking about him, I was getting very annoyed and very angry. But I thought it was a very interesting story of like how she's kind of coming to be with herself, because she goes through a lot of high school drama. So I felt like it was very raw. Like I didn't feel like the usual YA contemporary that I hate. So I ended up giving this one 4 stars because I was really enjoying it. So yes, I liked that one. Patrick is like driving me nuts. He's like calling me and I can't answer because my phone's over there, but he could wait. So the next book that I picked up was Winter Storms by Ellen Hildebrand. This book came in the mail on Monday. I came home to check on Bella because Bella was here by herself. That's my cat, by the way. I didn't like leave a child behind. So I came back and I wanted to shower here because I didn't feel comfortable showering in other people's showers. And I checked the mail, and lovely Jen from Reading with Pugs sent me this. And she sent me every book in this series because I love her to pieces. And it's signed, and I was like, this is perfect. I literally read this on the snow day, and I was like, winter storms, and it's storming outside. How perfect. This is the 3rd book in what was supposed to be a trilogy, and now it's going to have a 4th book, but I loved this book. I gave this book 5 stars. It follows this family. They live on Nantucket, as always, and the first book really revolved around, like, the Christmas scene and the Christmas time. The second book kind of revolved around, like, the month of December, and then this book follows, like, spring all the way to the culmination of Christmas, so, like, I didn't feel like I was, like, hurting myself by not reading this during Christmas time because there was so much of the rest of the year in it. And I love this family. I don't feel like I have enough of them, so I'm definitely glad that there's another book coming out. But I love this series, and I highly recommend it. And then after that, like I read those 2 books in one day. The next day when we had our second day off, I picked up Big Little Lies by Liane Moriarty. This is a reread for me. I've been wanting to watch the HBO series, but I've been really waiting to reread this because I kind of wanted to be able to compare and contrast, even though I shouldn't do that because I will probably end up hating the series because of that. But I really wanted to give my chance to reread this and get acquainted with the story before I read the book, before I watched the series. So I loved this book just as much as the first time I read it. I still gave it 5 stars. And I still really enjoyed this book, and I can't wait to finally, like, pick up the HBO series. Something else bookish that we did this weekend is we finally bought the movie Nerve, and so we were able to watch the movie Nerve, and I read the book Nerve when we first moved in here, so like a year and a half ago, and I could definitely tell there were changes between the book and the movie, but I really liked the movie too, so I like them both, so I would recommend either or if you were still debating what you want to do with that. And then I also hauled 2 books. I finally got my book of the month pick, Dead Letters by Kate Dolan Leach. I don't actually remember what this book is about at all. I think, I don't even know. I think like she has a twin sister, and this girl like runs away from home, and then she comes back and her sister is dead, and I think they have to like figure out like who did it. I'm not sure. I'm just really excited because it sounds like a thriller, and yeah. And then I also, when we were down in our little like wedding retreat, I picked up Almost a Bride by Jo Watson at Target. Don't know why, just did it. And it sounds like a like Forgetting like Sarah Marshall-y like type of book where like this girl was supposed to marry this guy, and then she catches him like basically in a really uncomfortable situation. So now she's not gonna be a bride anymore. And I think she takes herself for her honeymoon, like not on her honeymoon, but she like goes somewhere on vacation, and then when she goes there, her ex and his new girl are there at the same place, so kind of very like Forgetting Sarah Marshall, so but like gender swapped. So I'm really excited to see what this is like. I feel like whenever I see anything about like a bride or a wedding, now I'm like, I need to read it all. So yeah, that's what I got. I have no idea what I'm going to pick up next. I was originally going to pick up one of the books that I got for review, but now that I have my entire bookshelf, I might change plans. I don't know. But I'm just so happy to be back and to be reading and to be excited again. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you want to comment or like or subscribe or do anything, please let me know. And I will see you guys really soon. Bye, everybody.